All right, I've had a couple requests of people wanting to see my library, I guess. These books that I own. These are more, I guess you could say Protestant books. There's C.S. Lewis. I got some Orthodox books over here. Unseen Warfare, Seraphim Rose, St. John Chrysostom. And then the books there on the right hand. Then you come up here. This is mostly Orthodox. You got the EOB New Testament, Light of the World, Prayers of Jesus, and then the Mother of the Light, which is Theotokos, St. Maximus on the Ecclesiastical Mystagogy. Is that how you I don't know how to pronounce it. Then I was reading these two this morning, so I put them up there because I'm going to take them back out. And then I got, this is a newer Psalter, by the way. I'll have to do a review on that. I got to do a review on a lot of things. So that's more a newer translation. I think it came out this year or last year. I think this year, actually. And then you'll see a lot of stuff from St. Vladimir's Seminary Press or whatever. Another thing about C.S. Lewis's life. Rock and Sand by Josiah Trenum. Apostle of the Plains, that's actually about the church I go to. The guy that started it over, I think, it's been over 100 years ago now. Then, if you want to know anything about like Toll House, the Toll House teaching, The Departure of the Soul, that's a really good book. And then I actually bought that not too long ago from, everybody talks about 12 Rules for Life. I haven't read it yet, by Jordan Peterson. It's probably, I don't have much like non-theological books, but that's one of them that I do have. I do have an icon right here of Paul and Peter. Let me move that. Know the Faith, great book. If you're looking into Orthodoxy, very good book. The Two Gods in Heaven, he's a secular atheist, but he's a Jew, and he talks about there being more than one person in God back before the time of Christianity. So Jews were talking about more than one person. In fact, I think there was one guy who came up, or a couple of rabbis that had dealt with saying there was about 111 persons in God. They didn't understand the triunity of God. And then rebooting the Bible, that's very important. There's a forward, I think, on part 1 from a guy that's complete. I think he's a con artist. But the material inside is good. The guy that actually wrote it, it's good stuff. And it really opens your mind up to a lot of things. Realizing that the Masoretic text is not going to be the best text for the Old Testament. So that's why if you read your King James Bible, New King James, or anything, really NASB, you'll see that when they quote the Old Testament and the New Testament, it seems different in the Old Testament. Well, in the Orthodox Study Bible, it's not going to be that way because they use a Septuagint. They translate it from that. You can see a Greek Textus Receptus. My Greek is not great, but I'm trying to learn. Always Ready. Is that from Bonson? Yeah, that's from Bonson. I think I got another one of Bonson's books. I know I do. Apologetics, from Presuppositional Apologetics by Bonson. I have that down here. And then New Evidence that Demands a Verdict. Haven't read it. I've used it for references, though. It's pretty cool. That book, I really don't need it. James White's books. Anyways, I still have that book on the King James only controversy. And then icons. I got quite a bit right there, and that's kind of like my icon. I'm still setting up things. This office is full of stuff, so I'm like stepping over things. And then you can see a lot more books here, a bunch of Bibles, some that tan one is one of my rebinds. That's an old Thompson chain from I think the 50s or 60s. You can see the Holy Gospel book. You can see the big Holy Gospel book there. The family size Orthodox Christian prayer book. I have vigil lamps and I've got incense burners and stuff I'll be setting up in here. Then I'll have that laid out on a table along with other things. More books, Bibles, prayer books, a lot of books from New Rome Press, the little small ones right up here. And then I have a lot of New Rome's book. You can see the blue copy right here. I can't think of him right now. And believe it or not, I actually have one of Matt Fradd's books. He's Roman Catholic, but it's exposing it's called The Porn Myth, and it exposes all the myths that people say that pornography is good and all this crap that you hear, and he does a really good job on dispelling those myths. But I got the Reformation Study Bible. I've had that for a long time. The Bible underneath that, oh goodness, I can't remember what it is, but Michael Heiser did part of the Old Testament of it. And so it actually has some pretty good notes in. So one of my favorite study Bibles, but my all-time favorite is, of course, Orthodox Study Bible. There's another secular book. I do have Bruce Lee's book on Jeet Kune Do. That one's kind of an updated one. I finally found the original copy I had years ago growing up, but it's like $51 on Amazon. But that's my son's copy. I actually just brought it with me. And then books on, there's some more on Seraphim Rose. I think everything Seraphim Rose that's published I can think of. And I got a lot of PDFs of lectures that he did, I guess. The Orthodox Faith, Worship, and Life. That right there, that green Bible, it's the Bible and the Holy Fathers. I actually put my own ribbons, behind the tailband up there. Very good to have. And then, of course, I just got a load of Bibles. Those big ones you see, these KJV, King James versions, I get those at Walmart because they're cheap, and then I just give those away. And a lot of these, I really need to give a lot of these away sometime in the future. Then more Bibles down there. But so that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm sure there's, I don't know. I just got back into Nebraska, so it's like, I know there's more, but not much more than what you're seeing. So that's kind of my library. And it's crazy, just in a year, a little bit over a year, I've got a lot of these books. I like this series right here from Ancient Faith. It's commentary series, pretty good. And then the Deification in Christ. All these books are great. Anything from New Rome Press. Like New Rome did that Divine and Sacred Gospel book. They also there's so many books up here that from New Rome. Anything from New Rome is amazing, especially for people wanting to learn. They just seem to make these really good, easy reads that just bring difficult subjects down to a level that's very, very easy to understand. But yeah, so that's my library right now. There's my icons. I'm not even sure if I'm putting everything up right. I'm learning, so. Anyways, that's a little overview of my library. Until next time, good day. God bless.